Hello all and welcome to the latest Craftmania Sunday Showcase. I'm Jamie and I'm going to be your host today to take for a really jam-packed video. Now if you're a regular to our videos you'll know that last week FedEx held our package captive and refused to deliver it as they was meant to. So we sadly didn't have quite the video we were meant to last week, but hopefully it's a bit of a bonus for you this week because we have 11 brand new products to share with you. And because I've had them for a little bit longer than I should have normally, I've actually been able to create a few more samples and bits to give you a few more ideas than I normally would be able to. So hopefully it'll work in our favour. Now this is a bit of a warning for you. I'm actually off on my holidays in a couple of days, so I'm going to be missing for the next 2 weeks. So it means there is no Sunday showcases from here until the 30th of September 2018. So it's a good time to splurge on today's bits because you've got a couple of weeks to recover and save up for the next one, which as I say will be on the 30th of September. Now if you're somebody who shops with us in one of our stores or on our website, don't panic. It doesn't mean just because I'm away that these things come to a halt. The shops will be open as normal from 9 to 5 Monday to Saturday, and the website of course you can order 24/7 and your shipments will be sent as normal. So don't panic, it's just your videos which will be going on a slight hiatus for the next couple of weeks, but as I say we'll be back on September the 30th. So let's have a little look at your new goodies. Now if you're new to our videos you might not know this, but we give you a code for every item we share with you. So for instance the first product we're looking at, our code is just stamp 1. Now if you wish to order via text message, over the phone to one of our stores, or on Facebook, Instagram or Twitter, if you could use that code we will know the item you're on about and make sure that we get the right one held for you. So what you're looking at is a rubber stamp. Now this is a medallion rubber stamp. As I say, it's code stamp 1. It's medallion 1 because we have 3 of them to share with you today. And being a Sunday Showcase item, it's also reduced for this week and this week only. So these items should be £4.99 each, but it's reduced to just £4.29. Now if you haven't used rubber stamps before and you haven't seen these, this is how it comes to you out of the packet. Literally open the pack up and it's already cut for you, it's already mounted on U-mount and it's already got the cling bit, so it means that you can stick it onto whatever style of block it is you're using. So if you use presses or rocker blocks or clear blocks, any of those you can just adhere this onto and then use whatever ink it is you like to work with and stamp up a storm. So obviously you've seen stamp number 1. We're now going to move you on to stamp number 2, which is the one I was just showing you in my hand. Stamp number 2 is medallion number 2. Again, it should be £4.99, but it's reduced to just £4.29. I really love that one because it's a good all year one. Sometimes medallions can be a bit more Christmassy or a bit more snowflakey. But this one with the little flowers in the middles of the petals, I think is a really good one for you to use all year long. On to our next one. Now this one, it isn't, but to me it really looks like a snowflake. So I tend to think of this one as a bit more of a Christmassy design, which can certainly work in its favour too. But of course it doesn't have to be. There isn't nothing other than me calling it a snowflake. So you could use it all year. It just depends on the colours and the way you treat it really. So this one is stamp number 3. It's medallion number 3. And again, it's reduced to just £4.29. Moving on from the medallions, we have your first different stamp, if you like. This one is stamp number 4. It's a dragonfly stamp. Now as you can see, there is just so much detail put into this image. It's just an incredible stamp. For such a small stamp, they've put in so much and it's just so delightful to work with. Again, this one is reduced to just £4.29. Moving on, we have stamp number 5. Now in this one you actually get 2 stamps. You've got best wishes and a corner stamp. These are separate, so you can use them on their own. You don't have to use them together. They're not joined in any way. And they're perfect for all different sorts of projects, especially the corner. This one can be used to make up patterns, borders, frames, medallions, so many things. And I just think it's beautiful. It's one of my favourites. I truly fell in love with this stamp. This one, of course, as I say, is stamp set number 5. It's corners and best wishes, and it's reduced once again to just £4.29. We then have stamp number 6, which is your swirl frame. Now these I think are a bit moreish, to be honest with you. Again, they're one of the ones that you can use them for so many things, and it's a good all year design. It really could be dressed up for just about any occasion. Again, it's reduced to just £4.29, and one of the bits I like about the frame bits is how they've actually masked off this part, if you like. It's got its own little bar, so if you do want to cut it out and make your frame bigger so you can put pictures or verses maybe in the middle of it, you certainly could do. So that's stamp number 6, swirl frame, reduced to just £4.29. Moving on to stamp number 7. Now stamp number 7 is our floral frame. Very much like the swirl frame, it's got that same bar around the middle of it, so if you do wish to cut that element out and use them as 2 different pieces, you could do. And this one again is reduced to just £4.29. Now if you like the idea of smaller elements, smaller stamps, we have our next set, which is our duo frames. Now these are really cute. You actually get 2 of these in this packet for just £4.29. So of course that makes them less than £2.15 a stamp. And they're just so cute. This is actually the bottom one there that I've stamped out and cut out just to give you a little idea of how these look. This design I haven't actually got to use on my samples, I've been using the other one. Now the other one's really lovely as well because it's got this really nice rose in the corner of it. But they're both beautiful, and at that price it's just really hard to resist them, isn't it, to be honest? Now those are all of your rubber stamps. We then have some really lovely clear stamps for you. Now your clear stamps are Phil Martin verses. So the first one is Birthday Verses 1. Its code is stamp 9, and these sets are reduced from £8.99 to just £7.59 on this week's Sunday Showcase offer. Now I'm going to do my best here to read these out to you just to give you a little bit of an idea of what we've got going on there in case you can't quite see them. So our first verse at the top here says, "Your birthday is a special day, it comes just once a year, that's why I simply had to send best wishes and good cheer." This one is now actually a separate stamp, so you don't have to use it together if you don't want to, and it's quite nice because of they match up in font and style, so you could have this one on the outside of your card and then this one as the verse on the insert maybe, or of course one of the others. So that one of course says "Have a great birthday." We then have a larger verse, again designed more for the insert but can certainly be used on the outside as well. This one says, "This truly original handmade card was made especially just for you to wish you all the very best and a happy birthday too." Then we have another bar that says have fun on your birthday, and then the 2 little bits at the bottom here, we've got "Have a truly amazing birthday" and "Woohoo, it's your birthday." So for just £8.99 reduced to £7.59, you're actually getting 6 different stamps in there, which are just going to come in so handy, aren't they? And the fonts on these are just really lovely. That one's quite modern in my world, I quite like that. It's a bit more of a crisp font. The next one we're going on to is Birthday Verses 2, and this one's a bit more of a swirly font. I really like that. I quite like swirly writing. I attempt it. It doesn't always mean people can actually read it when I write, so I have to be a bit careful. But these stamps are perfect because they're just, I'm going to give you that effect of really lovely handwriting, but of course printed, and you can repeat them time and time again if you wish to. So on with these ones, what have we got? We have got extra special wishes are being sent to you today to help make your birthday amazing in every way. We then have happy birthday. We've then got a bigger verse again. Your birthday is a special day. It's going to be great. This card was handmade just for you to help you celebrate. You've then got have an awesome day and very best wishes on your birthday and wishing you a very happy birthday. So again, you're getting 6 stamps in that set for just £7.59, and that was stamp set number 10, verses 2. On to your next one. This is stamp number 11. This is your Christmas verses, and again, same price, so only £7.59 on offer. And the verses in this one read, "Sending lots of Christmas cheer and a happy wishes too for a fun-filled and magical time that lasts the whole year through." We then have happy Christmas, wishing you joy and peace at Christmas. May it fill your home with warmth and love. With love at Christmas, and then have a magical Christmas and sending special Christmas wishes. So again, you're actually getting 6 separate stamps in that set as well, which of course could be used on the inside or the outside of your card, maybe even on Christmas crackers, gift bags, bits like that as well. There's going to be no stopping you once you've got these verses. I have a feeling you're going to be stamping up a storm. So that was stamp number 11, Christmas verses, reduced to just £7.59. Now, if you can't choose, and I always say this, who could blame you? Because of, they are such lovely products and such great prices. Why not splurge and go for all 11? And because of this, if you do wish to splurge and go for all of them, we'll give you an even more of a discount on this bundle. So this is your mega bundle. It should be £66.89, but we've reduced it to just £52.99. Now that works out even cheaper than if you was to buy the items individually on their offer prices. So you do get more of a saving by buying the mega bundle, which of course is going to give you all 11 sets of them stamps. And mega bundles tend to sell out quite quickly, so if you do like the look of this set, don't hang about, get it while we've got it. Now let's move you on and show you our essentials pack. Now if you're new to our videos, you might not have heard of these before either. These are our essential packs. So basically, when I show you all of the cards I've made shortly, I've been using all of these bits in your essentials packs to create those cards. So you don't get everything you need, but it certainly gives you a good push in the right direction for if you wish to recreate some of my cards or follow those just slightly along the same lines. This set will certainly help you. And because we bundle it all together in an essentials pack, we also give you over a third off of the price. So this week's essential pack should be £24.67, but it's reduced to just £16. So what's that £16 going to get you? Let's have a little look through and show you some of the goodies. So in here, first of all, let's dig this one out. So much on here, I'm struggling to fit it all on one table today. In here, you've got a brand new and exclusive product to your essentials packs. This is Ice Gold Ribbed 300 GSM cardstock. Now the rib is actually quite a nice rib. You might not be able to see it too well on camera, but you can certainly hear my fingernail going across it, hopefully. It really is a nice, deep, actual sort of embossed line on here, which just makes it a really nice, expensive looking cardstock. I've actually made a box out of this, and everyone's been quite impressed with how that looks made out of this card. It's just nice to have a bit more of an expensive texture to it. You can, of course, stamp on it, you can die cut it, you can turn it into card bases or boxes, and you're going to get 10 sheets of that in your essentials pack. And as I say, it is exclusive to the essential packs at the moment, so a good way to get your hands on that. We're then going to give you two 12x12s which are single-sided. So the first one here is our really nice swirly bauble design. We then have quite a nice flourish paper for you as well. And these are really lovely if you just want to add a bit of glitter to them. That makes them really pop, but they're really lovely papers. We then have some designer 12x12s for you. So our first one is our really nice rose design. On one side you've got blue roses, on the other side we've got a nice polka dot effect. We then have another rose paper, but this time big, bold, vintage roses, which I just think are really beautiful. And then on the back of that, you've got a bit of a geometric design. Our next paper that you're going to get in your essential pack is our really lovely golden leaves. And on one side, you've got the nice leaves. On the back, you've got a bit of a vintage, grungy style paper. But I really love this because it's just good all year round, and especially for men's cards, that sort of autumnal feel goes in well. And then we have this one, which is sort of your really nice exotic flourish paper. I think this is beautiful. I'm a big fan of this one. And this is brand new. It's never been on the shelf. It's never been used in any classes. It's brand new and exclusive to your essentials pack. And it's the only way you're ever going to be able to get this paper. We can no longer get them. So if you like the look of this one, get it while we've got it in your essentials pack. On the back of it, you've also got a really nice pinstripe variegated style lilac to purple line, which of course goes in quite nicely. And if you wanted to do some techniques while bending over the corners of your papers and bits, that'd be really nice on that one. We're then going to give you a sheet of brand new poinsettia stickers, which you can just layer if you want to, or you can stick on your envelopes, use them on your cards, use them on your Christmas crackers, gift bags, gift tags. The options are endless, but they're really lovely, nice stickers. We're then going to give you some ribbons. So our first one is this nice sheer cream ribbon with a nice satin double line down the middle of it. You're going to get 1 metre of that one. We're going to give you 1 metre of a burgundy sheer ribbon with a satin edge to it. 1 metre of a blue sheer ribbon with a satin edge to the side of that one. 1/2 metre of a sheer blue, a navy blue ribbon. And then we're going to give you 1 metre of our white lace with a really nice gold fleck in the middle of it, which of course is really nice for Christmas because it looks a bit like tinsel as well. So, but of course you could use it all year round, but it is quite a nice Christmassy one too. Then cardstock wise, we're going to give you 5 ice white pearl card. Now this is double-sided pearl. It's 300 GSM, so it's great for making boxes and cards with. So it's a really good quality. It's also good if you do want to stamp your medallions and layer them. Really nice cardstock for that too. We're also going to give you 5 sheets of our brushed gold double-sided pearl card. Again, it's a 300 GSM, so good for your boxes and your cards once again. We're then going to give you 2 sheets of linen fuchsia cardstock. Now it does actually have a linen effect to it. You might not be able to see that too well, but it's a really nice card to work with, a nice vibrant bright colourway. We're then going to give you 2 sheets of A4 light blue cardstock. This is a bit of a thinner cardstock, but it's good for die cutting and layering, so a nice colour shade for that one. We're then going to spoil you with some new colours of Centura Pearl. Now these are brand new. They haven't even hit the shelf. I've got to dig them out from under here to try and show them to you. But brand new, some of these. We've got this really nice sort of light pink, a nice new teal blue, a new light mint green, and then this one's been in stock before, but we haven't been able to get it for a couple of years. But it's a really nice dark green, and it's got a golden shimmer to it. I don't know how well you're going to pick that up, but it's just really moorish, and I love that one. We then have a really nice navy, or a dark blue maybe. You've also got a burgundy and a red, and they are all nice pearl single-sided sheets, which of course can be die-cut, layered boxes, cards. Same again, really, really lovely ones. We're then going to give you some peel-offs as well. So we've got a really nice bold gold line peel-off border as such. We've then got a nice silver border line, which again is really detailed, very ornate. We then have these, which are actually one of my favourites. You've got 4 different designs on here, and they're really good for going around circles and ovals as well as ordinary borders. So if you do want to shape round apertures and bits, they're really good for that. And we're also going to give you a sheet of our glitter poinsettias. Now these are really cool because they're clear glitter. It means that if you stick them over even a colour, so for instance if I pop that on top of my nail, you can actually see the colour come through them. So you can shade these to be whatever you want to just by sticking them onto coloured cardstock. So on some of my samples you're going to see I've used some of the Centura Pearl cardstock and layered them on that, and it just gives them a really nice effect. So that is your essentials pack. It should be £24.67p, but it's yours for just £16. Now, as always, I have to give you a warning on these. Our essential packs are normally sold out by Monday at the latest evening, but usually afternoon. So if you do like the look of our essential pack this week, make sure you order it quickly. Please don't hang about, they do go very, very fast. Now if you're dithering over what do I get, do I have the essential pack, do I have the mega bundle, why not spoil yourself and have it all? This is your super mega bundle, so it gives you the essential pack and all 11 stamps. It should cost you £91.56p, but it's on offer for just £68.99. So it's a really good saving on that set. And again, you're going to have hours of fun with this. It's going to just keep you crafting forever. So many options, so many themes, so many occasions this lot's going to come in handy for. So with that in mind, let's show you some of my cards I've been making with this lot, to hopefully give you a few ideas, and hopefully if you're on the fence about which ones to get, give you a bit of an idea of which ones you need. So this is my first card. Now on here we have a few stamps. We've got in the middle here, we've got our dragonfly, which of course is stamp number 4. Now you might not be able to see this too well, but I've actually stamped and heat embossed him in silver on that really lovely ribbed card. So you don't get quite as crisper image with your stamp, but I actually quite like that. It's a bit more of a vintage effect. We then have our swirls frame. Now this again is reduced to just £4.29, and I've left this as one on this one, and then I've layered up a little verse in the middle. Of course you could, as I said earlier, cut them out if you want to, but I just think that's a really pretty, really, really delicate stamp. Of course you could even colour it in or paint it in if you wanted to. We also have the papers here which are in your essential pack, and you've also got the border peel-offs which again are in there as well, and some of the pearl and ribbed card that you're going to get from that pack as well. And this is just to make a twisted easel card, so it can fold down nice and flat to be posted if you wish to. I also really love our little flower gems in the middle here, and if you haven't seen them before, I think you get about 8 of them for something like £1.19. They're not very expensive, but I really like the idea of putting them in the middle of your bows and bits. It's a completely stolen idea. It's not mine at all. I've loved these for years, and I've never been too sure where I wanted to pop them. And then one of our ladies, a lady called Susan, who comes to our Yarmouth lessons, who takes part in our homework, actually made one of the bow and popped one in the middle of that and brought it in as our homework piece a couple of weeks ago. And I thought that looked really nice in the middle of a bow. And I pre-warned Susan I was going to steal her idea. I told her I was going to take credit for it, and I haven't. I've told you completely. It was all Susan's idea, so I'm not that mean. But I did quite like that. I thought that was a nice little idea. And of course the silver gems matching really nicely with the peel-offs as well, and the silver embossing powder for your frame. So thank you, Susan. We will steal anybody's ideas. We're open to all ideas from any source. On to your next card. So on this one's a bit of a modern Christmas style card. I've got a few different bits going on this one. So your actual stamp in the middle here is stamp free, it's medallion free, which of course is just £4.29. And then when we open up our card, in here we have one of our verses from the Christmas verse set, which of course is stamp number 11. Now around here you're also going to see quite a few different elements. If I open this up a bit, we might be able to see it a bit better. You're also seeing on here this really lovely embossed panelling. Now this is one of our new embossing folders. It's a snowflake style embossing folder, and I've actually inked the folder and sent my card through on that. I've shown you on some of our videos before how to do that. It's one of my favourite techniques, and it's how I've got this sort of variegated style stamped effect on my actual embossing folder. If you like the look of that embossing folder, they are of course available in store and online, and they're only £5.99. I think it's just a really pretty folder. Of course, our stamp here, we can't not talk about this because it's just striking, isn't it? This, of course, has been layered 4 times, but as you can see, there are so many more layers to this. So if you want to, there's nothing stopping you really building this up as high as you want it to go, and really creating a much more striking effect. These also look really nice glittered as well, so that's something you could do with them if you wanted to add a bit of sparkle to a more monochrome card. Moving on to our next card. Now this one's a bit of a tricky one because I've got bits everywhere to show you on this one. In the middle here we have our hangy bit. This is using medallion number 1, which is stamp number 1. We then have your dragonfly stamp on the outside, which of course is stamp number 4. And this time you're actually getting to see that detail a bit better because this has been stamped on the ice white gold card from your Essentials pack. So you can see it's a bit crisper than when we stamped on the ribbed cardstock. You've also got the fuchsia cardstock, which of course is in there as well. And then if I turn our card round, you'll see that I've decorated the back of this too. So the bit on the bow this time is actually part of the medallion stamp that I've just cut out and layered on top of the bow. And then we've got that really lovely corner stamp. I truly am absolutely in love with this. This is stamp number 5, by the way. And then in the middle, we of course have the verse stamp, which comes out of verse 1. The birthday verse is verse 1, which is stamp number 9 if you're going to order via your codes. And then of course we've got another little dragonfly added on here as well. But it's a bit of a brighter card, this one. This of course is showing you the paper, that really lovely exotic floral paper, which is of course in your Essentials pack, the sheet I told you that you could only get in your Essentials pack. So don't miss out on that one if you like the look of this very bright card. Moving on to your next one. So this time we have medallion number 3, which has been built up in the middle this time in blue. I said it looked like a snowflake earlier, or to me it does, so hence the blue colour scheme. You can also see behind that I've used that lovely snowflake embossing folder again, and this time I've just added crystals into the middles of it, so it's quite a nice one to just jazz up with a few crystals. Same with your medallion. Again, I've stuck to only a few layers, but you could build it up much higher if you wanted to. And then in the middle of our card, if we open this up to show you the inside, we of course have our corner stamp used once again, and your corner stamp is number 5. And then we have your verse on here, which is your Christmas verse from stamp number 11. So they really do make very pretty inserts, don't they? Moving on to our next card. So this time, what have we got going on in this one? Oh, we've got another one of them beautiful frames. So this one is using stamp number 7, your floral frame. Again, of course, only £4.29p. I've cut the middle out of this one this time and sunk in one of my verses. And the verse on this one is from stamp set number 10, and its birthday verse is number 2. And then, of course, we've got your dragonfly again on this one, which is, of course, stamp number 4. Around the edge, we've got your peel-off border from in your Essentials pack, along with this really delicate peel-off border. And you've also got that really nice paper that, of course, is in your Essentials pack, and the ribbon as well. So you're really getting... Oh, and of course, your cardstock colours too. So really, all you need to make this card, if you like the look of it, is whatever medium you wish to stamp in, and an actual card blank and your Essentials pack. So you really could create that one, if you like the look of that one, yourself at home with these goods. Moving on to this one, this is our little Christmas card. This time I have used our swirl frame, which is stamp number 6. I've coloured this one in using a felt tip, but you could of course paint it in if you wanted to. I've heat embossed it in gold, and then I've added our little sticker bits from out of the Essentials pack. I've also layered the part in the middle, which there's nothing stopping you doing that if you like the idea of that one. And then in the middle here, I've added in our Christmas verse, which of course is stamp number 11. just onto there and heat embossed it. And then these are off the little sticker sheet, and your paper and your coloured cardstock, of course, are in your essentials pack as well. So it's just a little mini card, that one, but I just like playing around with the frames and showing you a couple of different ideas. Sticking with the frames, this is again your swirl frame. So that's stamp number 6 once again, but this time I've cut out the big bit in the middle and I've stuck in actually a topper sheet behind that one. So nothing's stopping you putting topper sheets or decoupages in them if you wanted to. You really could do quite a few things in there if you wish to. These, of course, are your peel-offs, which we were talking about a little while ago, where I show you my thumbnail underneath them. This time I've put some Centura Pearl cardstock under them, and then we've, of course, got the paper at the back here, which, of course, is in your essentials pack. And then if we open this one up, we again have that corner stamp. I told you I'm in love with that one. Your corner stamp, of course, is number 5. That's been used on those. And then we have your Christmas verses stamp, which is stamp number 11, used for the verse in the middle. And I just think they're lovely. I love the fonts. I know it's all about the fonts for me. I think they're so delicate and pretty. I just absolutely love these stamps. Moving on to this one. On this one we've got a little bit of a twisted movement going on this time. So we have on the front of it stamp number 1, which is medallion number 1. And this time I haven't layered this one very much at all, to be honest. And I've stamped it onto some die cut circles. So of course you can stamp them onto your die cuts if you want to. I've added in a dragonfly at the front here, which is stamp number 4. And of course we're using the leaf paper from inside your essentials pack. If we go back a level, we then of course have one of our verses, that is birthday verse 2, so that's stamp number 10 if you're going to be ordering via codes. That's quite pretty, isn't it? Not too over the top, quite simple. And then in the middle I've shown you how you could use your corner stamp to make up more of an impressive frame if you want to, and that of course is stamp number 5. So that's a nice little card, isn't it? Not too bad. And then moving on, we have this one. Now this one again, I've got to play with more of that ribbed cardstock. I've actually used the peel-off borders, the big bold gold ones on here, and then I've coloured them in with some felt tips. And although you're colouring on ribbed card, it was actually quite easy to do. It didn't bleed or go anywhere. It was quite simple, so you don't have to panic about that if it's something you do wish to colour. And then, of course, we've got our duo frames. Now, this is the rose one, obviously, and I've just twisted the angle that I've put that one on. So your duo frames, don't forget, you're getting 2 designs in there. It's stamp number 8, and again, they're both in a pack for just £4.29p. So I love them. And the I and the U, by the way, this is one of our new alphabet dies. So I've just cut them out using that. And then I've added a little gem for my heart in the middle. And then in the centre of the card, I've left a verse out of this one, but I've just decorated it with some more of the cardstock and peel-offs that you're going to be getting in your essentials pack, of course. Then you started off by having a little look at our box, so let's show you this in a bit more detail. So this one, of course, has got medallion number 2 on it, which is stamp number 2. And you can see I've heat embossed this one in gold and built up a few layers with this one. And I just love all this really nice twiddly bit around the edge of it. They really have put in some beautiful design into this one. It really is a lovely idea. And it's just a little trinket box, really. I've got the ribbons and the lace, which, of course, you're going to get in your essentials pack used on that one. But it's just a nice little gift box. I imagine this sitting on sort of my front room worktop maybe with some little trinkets in it or something. It's something you could keep for many years if you wish to. And then moving on, this one actually is going to feature in one of our lessons. Excuse me, sorry. I'm battling a bit of a bug. And I'm desperately trying to get rid of it before my holiday, so I'm going to try not to cough and splutter too much while we film this, but I'm really trying my best, I promise, so apologies for the cough. On this one, as I said, this one is going to be one of our lesson cards. And so if you do like the look of this one and you'd like to pop along and make it in store in one of our lessons, it will be in the Lowestoft store first, and it will be on Monday the 3rd of October and Wednesday the 8th of October. An actual stamp-wise from your beautiful stamps you can choose from this week. We've got lots going on this one. We've got the corner stamp, which is obviously number 5. We have got your medallion, which is stamp number 2. And we've got your dragonfly, which is stamp number 4. And you're also getting to see the best wishes here, which comes in with your corner stamp as well. Excuse me once again, sorry. And then if we move on to the inside of your card, you can see that I've used the same corner stamp again. And then for the verse on this one, we have used birthday verse number 2, which is stamp number 10. And I love that. Again, fonts. It's all about the fonts. I just think that's so pretty. It's a lovely insert, and it's one I'm going to use time and time again for these. So that one, of course, is your Medallion Week card. If you do like the look of that one, you could pop along and do that one in a lesson. To go with that one, we're also going to be doing this one. So we're going to give you a Christmas medallion as well. And same dates, obviously, so Wednesday the 3rd of October for Lowestoft and Monday the 8th of October. It's also worth telling you that these cards will be repeated in our Yarmouth store approximately 6 weeks later. So if you can't make it to the Lowestoft store and you do wish to do them in Yarmouth, it will only be about 6 weeks till they make it there. This time we have got medallion number 1 on here, and I've gone really OTT with my glitters this time. When medallions were launched many years ago, that's how they were really decorated, with lots and lots of glitter. So I wanted to show you that's a really pretty way to dress them up if you want to. In the background here, I've also got a new embossing folder. Now this is our poinsettia embossing folder. These also came in the week, and it's just a really pretty one. I've done it on our ribbed card. I've gone over the top with some black ink, and then I've coloured it in with some felt tips, and actually glittered a few of the components too. And then if we open our card up, you can also see that I've added a little verse in here. Now this time it's the Christmas verses from stamp number 11. Now it's worth mentioning, we just briefly touched on it about the embossing folders arriving in stock this week. We've had loads come in this week, so much that I could keep you here for hours, but we've had mini ink pads, loads and loads of very impressive, very lovely dies. There's been some new pop-up boxes, embossing folders, you name it. If you haven't been to our website recently, do go and check out the latest arrivals or the front page, or if you're one of our Facebook followers, then if you pop on there, you can actually scroll back over the week and see as we've launched all of the new products as they've come in. But there really is lots and lots and lots to tease you with, so do go and have a little look through them before you place your orders. Talking of our lessons, these aren't cards that I've actually made for your Sunday showcase. These are actually cards I've made in the last couple of days for our lessons. But because I've had all of these very beautiful stamps to hand, they've sort of been added on in places. And I wanted to show you that you don't have to just stick with using the verses with the medallions and bits. They could be added to just about any card. So I just wanted to give you a quick run through a few of these. So this card, it does have another card that will be with it as well. You can see that on the events section of our Facebook page. But I just wanted to show you this one because it's got one of our verses on it. And this one will be in our Mermaid and Teddies lesson, which will take place in Lowestoft on Wednesday the 10th of October and Monday the 15th of October. But the reason this one's here is so I can show you the back of it. Not only do our little teddies swing, by the way, which I think are quite cute. That stamp, of course, is available on our website. On the back of this one, we've also got a verse. Now this is stamp number 9 and it's verse number 1. And I just think it's a really nice way to finish off a card with those. So that's that one. And then I've also got a couple more to share with you. So this lesson is going to be called Big and Beautiful because they're really large A3 cards. So when you actually look at the size of the card, they're a big old beast of a card. This lesson will be taking place on Wednesday the 17th of October and Monday the 22nd of October in Lowestoft. And as with all of the others, repeated 6 weeks later in Lowestoft. But this time I just wanted to show you that the little sentiment down here, as I said earlier, can be used on its own. And it's a really nice little one to have. So that one's have a... what have we got there? Have an awesome day, which I think is quite lovely. And then moving on to another card that's in this lesson, your Big and Beautiful lesson. This time we've done a bit of iris folding, so we've got a whole different idea going on with this one. And then on the inside of it, we of course have your Happy Birthday stamp. So that's quite a nice one as well, isn't it? And that's your Big and Beautiful lesson on Wednesday the 17th of October and Monday the 22nd of October. And then this one's got some more of your stamps on. This one will be taking place on Wednesday the 24th of October and Monday the 29th of October. But the reason I wanted to share this one with you is A, this is one of the new dies that's arrived in store, which I was talking about a moment ago, just one of many. The butterfly you might recognise from one of our recent Sunday showcases, that was on a couple of weeks ago and is back in stock. But of course in the middle there we have one of your verses, which of course is off of verse set 2, which is stamp number 10. But if we turn this card round, we then have the corner stamp number 5 and another one of our verses from stamp number 10 on the back of it. And the nifty bit with this card is it actually collapses down flat so you can post it if you wish to or pop it into a box, whatever you prefer. But there is another card to go with that one. Again, you can see that on the events section on our Facebook page if you wish to see more details about that one too. And then lastly, I've got a couple more to share with you. This is our Elegant Moments Christmas Edition lesson, which will be taking place on Wednesday the 31st of October and Monday the 5th of November. And on this one, we of course have a decoupage on the outside, but the verse is hidden on the inside, and of course that's our Christmas verses stamp. So it's quite a nice little reveal, that one. A bit like the Snowflake monochrome card I showed you a little while ago, but it's your chance to come and do that in a lesson. And it will also be done with a matching gift bag. Because the Christmas is upon us, it's nice to start thinking about other ideas than just cards too, so why not do gift bags? These are also another one of the items that have arrived in stock this week. This size gift bag, you actually get 10 for £1, so they're very inexpensive and really nice to decorate up. And on our tag here we have got one of the verses again from the Christmas set of stamps. So I'm just trying to show you really how once you've got these verses and you've got these lovely stamps, they're going to sneak into all of your creations. And I know I'm going to be quite addicted to these, and you're going to get to see these feature on many more showcases from here on as I hoard them, because I'm not going to share mine, they're all mine, so I'm going to have them to hand so we can use them on many more cards. So let's take you for a quick run for all of the products today, just in case you're a bit baffled and not too sure which ones to buy or have forgot your codes. Let's give you a quick reminder. So to begin with, we have stamp number 1, which is medallion number 1, reduced to £4.29. We then have stamp number 2, which is medallion number 2, reduced to £4.29. Stamp number 3 is medallion number 3, and it's reduced to £4.29. We then have stamp number 4, your dragonfly stamp, which again of course is only £4.29. We then have stamp number 5, your corner and best wishes, reduced to £4.29. Stamp number 6 is your swirl frame, which is reduced to £4.29. Stamp number 7 is your floral frame, reduced to £4.29. You then have your duo frames, which again are reduced to £4.29. We then have your bigger verses. So the first one is Birthday Verses 1, should be £8.99, reduced to just £7.59. We then have Birthday Verses 2, which is stamp number 10, again just £7.59. And then for your last verse, we have stamp number 11, which is Christmas Verses, which is reduced to just £7.59. Now, if you do wish to have all of those, why not grab the mega bundle while we've got them? They should be £66.89, but they're reduced to just £52.99 if you wish to buy all of them. How very lovely. We then have your Essentials pack, which should be £24.67 and is reduced to just £16. And then, of course, you've got your Super Mega Bundle, which is all 11 stamps, and your Essentials pack, which should be £91.56, reduced to just £68.99. So really great price point there for all of them lovely goodies. Now, of course, talking about ordering, you may be wishing to shop with us online to get these bits sent to you. We literally ship anywhere in the world, and you can check out how our international shipping works by reading our frequently asked questions page on our website. If you live in the UK and you wish to order these goodies, then you can do. It's really, really simple. If you spend over £35, you'll receive completely free P&P. If you spend less than £35, P&P is just a flat rate of just £2.75. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you wish to see any more details about our lessons, don't forget you can check them out on the events section of our Facebook page. If you wish to pin the cards that we've been showing you today, they are all on Pinterest, so you can pop on there and pin them and come back to them at a later date. So don't forget about that. And of course, all of the cards and the products will be featured on our Facebook page throughout the week as well. So if you do want a close-up look at these, you can have a look at them there too. And you can also look at all of the cards on our website as well. So if you do go on and look at the products that the cards are used on, look at the products with the cards, they're all pictured. You get the gist. Go on the website, you'll have hours of fun. There's millions of products, you'll be entertained for hours. I'm losing the plot, so I'm going to hurry up and say goodbye to you. But don't forget, I'm not here for 2 weeks. So our next video will be Sunday the 30th of September. So hopefully you'll tune in by then. And I'll be refreshed and hopefully got rid of my cold. And we'll be able to string a sentence together and hopefully keep you more entertained then. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll hopefully see you then. Bye for now.